This is Peter from PetesCruises-n-Travel.com and allinclusivecaribbeancruises.net. You might have seen my first video where I started to talk about things that are being done on this Carnival Magic cruise. I'm on the Carnival Magic on a 5-day cruise out of Port Canaveral. We left Port Canaveral on Saturday and we are visiting 3 stops in the Bahamas. Today we are actually docked in Nassau, and you may be able to see the Atlantis in the background. Now, in my first video I talked about embarkation. Now, after embarkation, you're on the ship. What is being done on the ship? And I will take different sections of the ship, but generally speaking, when you get on the ship, what you will notice is that there are sanitizer stations all over the ship. It's just about anywhere you go, you're going to find a sanitizer station where you can constantly clean your hands. That's important because, you know, we're touching rails, we're touching the buttons for the elevators and so on. And so these are in place to ensure that our hands are clean, so we don't pick up anything, we don't spread anything. The next thing you'll know is the signage. There's signage all over regarding the wearing of a mask. Everybody is asked and urged to wear a mask. Keep it on as you walk indoors around the ship. Keep that mask on. That is important, and it is stressed all over with the signage in place. So they'll tell you you keep your mask on indoors, and even when you go enter the dining areas at first. But of course, you won't need it to eat. You gotta take the mask off to eat. But entering the dining areas, entering the event areas, like theaters and so on, lounges, keep the mask on unless you need to eat. Of course, for those people who hang around the pool, who love the pool, there are 2 pools on this ship. There's one midship and there's one in the back and the Lido deck 10. You don't need your mask on because you're outside. If you are in the sports area, sports square, or you're on the basketball court, at places like those, you don't need a mask. If you're lounging on the pool deck or lounging on the side in the open space, and there's quite a bit of open space in the ship. I'm impressed with the number of places where you have seats on the ship. So again, in those places, you don't need to keep the mask on. You can take the mask off until you're ready to go back indoors. And so as you walk the hallways on the inside, then we're urged to keep our mask on. And from what I've noticed, most people are doing that, which is a good thing. People getting on the elevator, they're keeping the mask on. You know, you'll see them outside the elevator without a mask, but then they get ready to go in and they pull it over their faces. And that's good because it takes all of us working together, right, to beat this thing. And as you know, cruising was down for over a year and it's back, and we want to keep it that way. So I'm glad that these things are in place, and I'm glad that most people are compliant, or most people are chipping in, playing their part, so we can keep everybody healthy. And by the way, the crew, anywhere you see a crew member, you'll see that person wearing a mask. They have to, and of course they're setting an example for all of us to do the same. So that's the next thing I wanted to share. As you go about the ship, you'll feel safe. I'm telling you, we have been on now, it's day 3, day 4 actually, and we feel pretty safe about being on the ship. I can't think of a time where I really felt overly concerned about COVID being spread by people. So that's number 2. Item number 2, I wanted to touch on that just to give you an idea of what is being done to keep people safe on the ship. And just to let you know that, hey, if you're thinking of cruising, go ahead and plan your cruise, okay? This is Peter from PetesCruises-n-Travel.com and allinclusivecaribbeancruises.net saying, hey, I hope to see you someday on the high seas. There's a noisy boat down there.